Good morning, mi gente. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the freaking morning. That's why I'm still in bed. Me? I'm FayWhat? And we're going to have some fun this morning. We have lots of interesting things to talk about. Come on, let's go.
Rainbows, gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word is that girl, the girl of all our dreams. She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton is that girl. Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
Created by Hotspots Magazine, Happening Out Television Network, the FayWhat show's America's first LGBTQ plus morning show. And I'm broadcasting live and also available on demand on your favorite streaming channels. It's Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. Let's kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. I have a sidekick joining me in bed for our first segment called Gay Boys Sleep Late. And this morning I'm joined by my gay guy pal, adult performer, and star of For the Love of Dilfs on Out TV, Alex Tikas. Follow his adults-only Twitter at Alex_Tikas and catch him as he bartends at the world-famous Eagle Wilton Manors. Good morning, Alex, and welcome back to my bed, boo!
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Happy January.
Happy January. How are you feeling? This weather's weird.
It's free. It's like, well,
it's
not
cold for us.
It's summer in New York. It's 55 degrees, but it's freezing.
You know, like most people that come here don't live or aren't from here originally. So we all have friends somewhere else that are like, F you, and you're freaking 55 degrees.
No, but when they come down here and it's 55 degrees, I'm like, I'm so sorry. you're missing out on why you're here. You're to go to the beach and hang out, and it's 50. Yeah, so.
I know. I'm actually going on a cruise in a couple of weeks, and I'm like, why do I go on a cruise in January? I always do that.
Is it a big gay bear cruise?
It's not, right?
Maybe that's why you're.
That's why I go to. That's why it's in January, and it'll be warm as hell with all those bears.
Gay bear cruise
it's okay.
Going to Puerto Vallarta for beef dip. That's why you're going.
That's why. Wow. I, for one, am super happy that Alex Tikas is here. So let's kiki about what's going on in our community with my favorite gay guy pal, Alex Tikas. First, we'll take gay bat signals for $1,000. Drew Goins, the blonde-haired journalist from Honolulu, made waves Monday night on Jeopardy with a cheeky move, facing a final Jeopardy question about a 21st century business that changed its name to avoid brand confusion. Goins correctly answered Tinder, okay? T-I-N-D-R, not Tinder, T-I-N-D-E-R. Fans couldn't miss the nod to Grindr, of course, the popular gay dating app. Goins' playful flair and winning turtleneck only added to his appeal, with fans swooning over this hot Jeopardy winner. How cute is this Jeopardy winner? I freaking love him, and the fact that he sends out the gay bat signal to all of us. What are we all talking about? What do you think?
I think Grindr's very happy. They're getting more subscriptions.
Like, if no, Grindr doesn't need any more subscriptions. Think about it.
I hope they're all sending out accurate pictures, whoever they are, and not pictures from 10 years ago. Remember that?
10 years ago. Oh my God. He never forgets that. We did a Dear FayWhat where somebody went and used old pictures for their Tinder, for their Grindr,
and they're like,
for everything.
What's wrong with them? I look just like, no, you don't.
When the person came to hook up for their Grindr, the guy was like, no, bitch, I'm not. You don't look like your picture. This is your picture from 10 years ago. And the guy was like, but that's me. And he's like, that was you 10 years ago.
Yes,
so the guy said to him, I would F you 10 years ago, not now.
Anyway. Let's stay
Anyway, so you think that it was on purpose? I know that still gets you heated. He still gets mad at that.
No, of course it was on purpose. He was like, he was trying to be cute.
Right? Yeah. Because he spelled it exactly like Grinder, and it was just super cute. But he was like, he looked so innocent when he's like,
you gotta watch out for the innocent.
You gotta find out. You gotta watch out for the innocent ones. That's what.
And he had to put. Why didn't he put his profile name up there?
Right, hashtag in his profile. His boyfriend probably would be mad.
Right.
But isn't it cool when we get to do little subliminal things like to people, or like when you meet people that are family and you don't know their family until you say something and they
Or you go to a gay bar and you wear your little armband on the left side or on the right side.
Okay.
That's the bat signal, whether you're a top or a bottom. Did you know that?
Okay. So that's funny that you said that because
we're talking about bat signals.
No, we are Salvo. Hi, Salvo.
Hi, Salvo.
I love Salvo.
You.
So
I love you, and not because you're the owner of my bar.
Yeah. Okay. So Salvo is the owner of the Eagle Wilton Manors, and he's a good friend of mine. And I go to dinner at his house every couple of months. And so he was talking about that, right? I was saying how there's only bottoms in Wilton Manors, right? And he said, "Do you know that I went and I was gonna wear the armband, and he didn't want to cover his tattoo. He's got a beautiful tattoo on his left arm,
right.
and he didn't want to cover it, so he had it on the right arm."
Oh.
And somebody was like,
"Did he though? Did he really just put it on his left arm?"
It was a mistake, right, Salvo?
Was it a mistake, Salvo? Was it?
But so then he was like, "But I haven't heard of that since the handkerchiefs, remember?" So
yes, there are handkerchiefs on the left and on the right in different colors and whatever. Yeah,
okay.
It's a whole,
It's a whole thing.
Why don't you just get a T-shirt that says top on it?
And
it'll
that's it.
save you a lot of
That's
trouble.
it.
Or there's this company called Breedwell.
Okay.
Who makes like slutty harnesses.
I love that.
Literally neon sign on the harness that's blinking that says slut top. How obviously slut bottom, verse, whatever.
Oh my
Literally,
God.
it's blinking. So it's like, you know what? They finally got it.
There's
the bat signal.
There's the bat signal. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like us in community, we're a mess, and we find everything funny, and we giggle everything. I was thinking about an AA meeting once, right? That they're talking about. We're constantly talking about hitting our bottom. You know what I mean? And I was at a gay one,
At the gay one, they all giggle. Yeah. Yeah. Or when you're doing a big book study and the word gay comes up and they're like, "I was having a gay time," and everybody in the gay meeting starts, but he was just having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for us, it was different. Anyway, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this FayWhat show, Kiki, to support our LGBTQ+ community. So I'm hanging with Alex, and we're going to talk about some Rosie, because we haven't talked about Rosie in a while, all right? So Rosie O'Donnel recently took to TikTok reflecting on the January 6th Capitol attack and Trump's impending presidency. She recalled, quote, "What a day 4 years ago," end quote, sharing disbelief over the chaos and Trump's return to power. Rosie voiced fears about his ability to rewrite history daily, calling it a tragedy for our nation. Despite exhaustion, she encouraged followers to protect their hearts first and to believe in survival. Rosie O'Donnell provides LGBTQ perspective on January 6th Capitol attack. What are we all talking about?
It's a scary time. He can rewrite. He has rewritten history.
He has.
He has made history. He's rewritten history.
What is it? The Gulf of the United States?
It's the Gulf of the United States of America. Isn't that crazy? The Gulf of America. What else do you want?
I don't know. I don't know. And I love that Rosie doesn't give a crap. Rosie was Miss Nice Guy with everything when she had her talk show.
Yeah.
And then she came out, even though we all knew.
Well, I mean, once she came out, she just had nothing to lose, I guess.
Yes.
And once she started talking, then she really had nothing to lose, because it was whatever. But
yeah,
I mean, she makes sense.
She's
a really, really smart.
She really is.
Her brother's a politician, or
I really wish she would go back to entertainment in some time, in some way.
As an actress, she's amazing. She's done some really, really great stuff. But she's not. I don't know. It's like a Hillary Clinton thing. People don't like her. There's a lot of because she's just sort of this brusque kind of aggressive, masculine.
Do you think it's because they look at her as an angry lesbian? Okay, that's something that I really try to stay. Okay, you constantly are calling me your favorite lesbian, and
MFL.
I love that you call me that.
Is that offensive, by the way?
No, Poppy,
okay.
Not at all. Thank you for asking, but no. But I live in a gay boy world, right? All my friends are gay boys. Most of the time, I'm the only girl there, and I can't lie. There are moments in my mind that I go, okay, don't say that, because you don't want to sound like an angry lesbian.
So the thing is, it's when a woman, in my opinion, this is just sort of my observation. If you're a guy and you can't get your, you can't like affect a woman, like with your masculinity or your intelligence or your money or whatever, or your good looks. You know what? The woman doesn't give a shit because she's like smart. She's a lesbian. She has her own power. So automatically that guy is emasculated. That guy doesn't have any power over you. That is going to intimidate the guy. You know what I mean? It's just sort of like you're creating a situation that, like, if the woman, like Rosie doesn't give a shit. She's going to say what she wants to say.
Yep.
And if you don't have any control or power over somebody, you're immediately not going to like them. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of psychology at play.
I guess that does
you know
make
what I mean?
sense. That does make sense.
When you're when you're a strong black woman, you know what I mean? It's kind of like the same thing. You're very intimidating.
And people don't know how to take that.
You either absorb it or you learn from it, or you're like, attracted to it, or like, wow, this is a strong woman. I
want more of this.
I want more of this. Or you're going to be like, oh, she's a bitch.
That could be a quick go-to as well. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Regarding rewriting history and what we're talking about, what's his name? Zuckerberg is like on Facebook now. He's just like saying you can say whatever you want. So right now I can say January 6th never happened. What are you talking about? There's not a fact check there.
Yeah.
And so multiply that by a million. Multiply that by Trump's minions who are going to say it wasn't as bad as you thought it was.
Yeah.
Everything's AI generated now. God, everything. I'm on Twitter still. I am watching AI generated conversations of Kamala Harris, of Hillary Clinton being like, well, they would never say these things, but it looks
real.
You can spot that it's AI generated now. That's how real it looks. Wait a couple of years. And you're never going to know the truth anymore, the way things are going.
No, and it's already beginning. As soon as Zuckerberg mentioned all that,
oh my God.
I got such a bad taste in my mouth. And that video of Zuckerberg looked AI.
Yeah.
Didn't it look AI? His hair looked the best it had ever looked, and his hair's a mess.
He looks AI.
He does, and that's scary because again, I know, like I've got a lot of Gen Zers and the other younger people that look at me like I'm old because I was on Facebook, right? But I was on Facebook because it was kind of protected, right? And it kind of had the fact checkers, and and the misinformation wasn't as abrupt and everywhere like Twitter and X that now is just mainly for sex anyway, And now you're taking away my Facebook too, because I can't be on somewhere that's going to say negative shit about our community, say negative shit about black people, and say negative shit about any marginalized community. I'm not.
Yes, there's no price to be paid for false information anymore. Like you are remember you can sue the Inquirer for saying shit.
Yeah.
You can't. What are you?
You're gonna sue.
Now it's just like the weekly world news now, where there's like space aliens are eating my babies now.
It's gonna be
like that. Oh wow, that's really happening. Yeah.
Even though that does happen, though, you don't think? I mean, come on, aliens exist.
I really want to be abducted by one. Take me.
Don't take him. Don't take him. Oh my
Just
Lord.
for a little while.
Just for a little while.
Come back.
But just make sure you film
with
content.
magic powers.
You have to film some content too.
And I want mutant powers when they really bad.
He wants mutant powers. What power? Which power would you want?
Invisibility. I want to be completely invisible.
Okay. And how about if they said to you, okay, granted, invisible completely except your penis?
What? Then my penis will be walking around
by itself.
Maybe I will get like a mirror and cover my penis so that it just looks like it's
maybe. We're resourceful, us gays.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, baby. But he'll be naked everywhere else.
Before anyone else does, we'll figure it out.
That's it. Just saying. Yeah. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this FayWhat show, Kiki, to support our LGBTQ plus community. Let's Kiki about actually a side of that really kind of affected me last week. The drag and entertainment world mourns the loss of the Vivienne, who passed away at 32 on January 5th. She was known for her brilliance across TV, theater, and music. The Vivienne shone in Celebrity Karaoke Club, Emeraldale, and Dancing on Ice. She also played and slayed on her EP, Bitch on Heels. But it was RuPaul's Drag Race UK that catapulted her to fame. As the season 1 winner, she dazzled RuPaul, the judges, and the fans worldwide. From snatching the crown to 2019 to her triumphant 2022 return, the Vivienne's legacy will endure forever. Saying goodbye to the iconic and memorable and the person that she will never be forgotten, the Vivienne. What are we all talking about? Were you surprised, taken aback also when you got the news?
Very surprised. She's so good.
Talented.
Beyond. So talented. And
beyond.
I mean, where do you even begin to delicately tread on discussing
on this?
You know, because it's so effing heavy.
Yeah.
And it's so prevalent, and you don't want to
misspeak.
Or you don't want to disrespect the family. You don't
Yeah.
want to say anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just complicated. It's very complicated to talk about. I will talk about the friends that I've lost at that age. At my age, now that I'm 50, everyone's dying.
Yeah. Everyone is dying.
And everyone's dying for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be dead at 32.
No, there is no reason.
I don't want to dance around it. And this is your show, so I'm just gonna. But I have to. You know what I mean?
No.
But like, you know.
Listen, so the Vivienne was one of my favorite drag queens. And, you know, in this day and age, we have 50,000 million drag queens to choose from and to have as your favorites, right? Yeah. And they have to be extra talented and extra incredible to rise up, you know, above the rest, right? And the Vivienne was one of those people. Talented. She could sing, she could dance, she could sew. She was just so her comedy timing was so on point. When she did Donald Trump on the Snatch Game, oh my God, I almost peed. You know,
if you want to watch something really, really funny right now, that's very hot, it's on YouTube. It's with her and Monet Exchange, and they are getting British elocution and etiquette lessons, and it is literally the funniest thing you've ever seen.
I saw that, and there was another one with Bob the Drag. I mean, it's just the Vivienne has so many. You can sit here. I could play for you an hour worth of stuff, and there would still be more, right? But the reality is that we lost her on January 5th, and our community down here in South Florida, we just had lost a friend, Noelle. We lost Giovanni a couple months ago. We've lost so many people in the last couple of months and the last year that we automatically went to a dark place, right? There is no concrete evidence from this bed of me saying that we lost the Vivienne to drugs or addiction or anything like that, right? But we know that she struggled with issues with drug abuse in the past. She was very open about it and spoke about it on UK's Drag Race. She spoke about it with RuPaul. There's videos everywhere if you want to talk about it. They have said that her and her present partner had gotten sober, you know, but there is no there's no reason why someone dies at 32 if you're young, unless you have some kind of congestive heart disease or heart something that happened and it was just not shared to the public, which could be completely the reason why she passed away. Okay. But we have to look at the bigger picture. And in our community, the bigger picture is drugs and alcohol, is the fact that fentanyl's in everything. Fentanyl is in everything, okay? I know people that have stopped and have relapsed on one and unfortunately took the wrong dose and passed away.
That's it.
I hope that's not the freaking case. I hope that's not what happened with the Vivienne. But you know what? It would just put her on a long, long list of other people that we have lost way too soon.
And just put her, you know, and put her on the stake for like stigma and like horrible fucking comments and just sort of like, well, that's what you get and bullshit like that. And it's just like, come
there was some fight with I can't remember the freaking
it was Tyra effing
Tyra, what is wrong with you, girl? Like, grow something. Like, honestly, like I can't even believe it. So that happened where Tyra and the Vivienne had some kind of Twitter fight back 4 years ago. All right. And Tyra felt the need to put something very bad taste out of character. Well, no, in character for Tyra 4 years later on a post and a fight that she had with the Vivienne where RuPaul called her out on her disgustingness. Yeah. Like she should have.
Well, and the thing is, like Tyra responded with, look at all the followers I got. I mean, it's just so gross.
It's so gross. It's so gross. You know, obviously,
people are so fucking gross.
Listen, man. But death does something crazy to people. We've spoken about this before. Okay, death does some weird stuff to people, but it also does stuff like that, like it did to Tyra, where she feels the need to take advantage of it and get some more followers by herself by doing that. You know. Tyra, you ain't getting invited back to All Stars. You ain't even getting invited back to the softball game that they have outside of Rue's house. Okay, that ain't gonna happen.
Or tailgate in the arena.
None of that. You know, you went after a queen that was adored and loved, and you know, someone who had such a bright future. I mean, she was performing at the West End. She was doing plays. Like she had so much of a wonderful future ahead of her, and now it's done. Now it's over. Now it's gone. And you know who loses? All of us.
Another
all of
unfinished
us.
life.
Unfinished life. What could she have done in the 60 more years that she could have been alive?
Who knows?
You know, DragCon did a huge event. They all stopped and did moments of silence for her. All across the world, people have done vigils and stuff for her. I doubt that she knew how much she was loved. I hope that wherever she is right now, looking down, she's able to smile and say, wow.
She might be right here in the corner of this bed saying, go girl.
Where she is, which is okay.
Luna's like, yeah, whatever.
Luna's like, okay. Luna's like, I'm okay. Dogs are okay with ghosts anytime. To Vivienne, you will be missed.
You will be missed.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this FayWhat show, Kiki, to support our LGBTQ plus community. The FayWhat Show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America. In 2025, Hotspots Magazine celebrated 40 years of documenting the LGBTQ experience. And Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, is celebrating 5 years with 10,000 television stories and more than 10 million views. We will produce the 25th anniversary of the Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival on June 14th. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. At the FayWhat Show, we need to help my gay boys, and in our segment called Dear FayWhat, I provide my expert lesbian knowledge and my vast experience as a living, breathing gay boy to help my fellow gay boys. This week, Pedro, a.k.a. Caught with My Panties Down, sent me an email, and here's the letter. Dear FayWhat and Hottie, that's you.
Okay.
I was home for Christmas break, and something utterly horrifying happened. I'm staying in my childhood bedroom, per usual, and the other night engaged in a little solo session. This isn't anything new. Having some sexy me time usually helps me take the edge off being home. No one has ever caught me doing this before, and I feel beyond embarrassed. I thought I had locked the door, but apparently it wasn't latched all the way. So my dad walked right in on me. In his defense, when I'm not home, which is most of the year, he uses the room as his home office. So I think he just forgot to knock. When he saw me, he immediately mumbled, "Oh, sorry," or something, and left. But I just felt so mortified. How do I deal with this situation now? I feel like if I don't say anything, there will be an awkward elephant in the room when I come back this year. But I also don't want to make an even bigger deal of it. At this point, I just want to freaking disappear down the toilet. Help, Pedro, a.k.a. Caught with My Panties Down.
I mean...
So he was having some solo time in his old bedroom.
He was having some gentleman's time.
Some gentleman time. Or his solo sesh, like he called it.
His solo sesh. And his dad caught him. Like it's the oldest story next to prostitution in the world. Like your parents are gonna you're always gonna walk in on your parents by mistake.
Yes.
So that what are they not gonna walk into your room while you're like
But you're an adult and it's the holidays. And I
tell you, like Franco caught me doing it once. He's like, "How come you're wasting it and you're not doing it with me?" I'm like, "Girl, calm down, right?"
Oh my God. I had 2 minutes and I just wanted 2 minutes.
I wanted it done.
Yes. I didn't want to talk to you. I didn't have to I
mean, it's like no kissing or like no dinner. I just want it done.
Nothing.
But in regards to the dad probably left the room and started chuckling to himself, remembering the time when his dad caught him doing it, or he caught. You know what I mean? It's just like these are all like Pedro. Pedro just needs to take a deep breath and maybe smoke. Well, we're not condoning drug use. Well, maybe have a cocktail.
Take a CBD gummy.
Maybe have a cocktail and
or
just
have
sort of
a cocktail and just chill out.
And go, you know what? That's life.
I mean, okay, we're adults now, and it's different when you go and visit your family and you're an adult, right? Because you're in a different setting. Even if you're in your own bedroom, it's still different, right? Yeah. And now you're clashing your own personal time with your family time, so to speak. So you try to be... You didn't try to do it all out there in the, in the open, but you also forgot to close the door, bro, which is like 101.
Well, it's also important to knock. This is where we all come together and say, please knock before you enter.
Please knock. Please knock. You
So
know,
we're learning so much today.
you know. I mean, like maybe you make it as a joke. That's a good idea. Maybe you mentioning it to your dad next time. Like, hey, Dad, how about knocking next time?
Perfect.
And then
I
that's
love
it.
that. Yeah.
And then you don't have to get into it. It's nothing about you being gay. It's nothing about you pleasuring yourself.
Then you'd be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What's going on? And then it becomes an even bigger joke. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then it'll be a joke between you guys. And like Alex said, I doubt your dad has not been caught in his lifetime.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like straight or gay, that's something that happens to everyone. Oh my God, I remember being like 19 years old, having sex with some guy and his dad walking in, like on us.
Wait, are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh, okay.
And I was mortified. I was a 19-year-old girl, and I'm just like, mind you, it was like a blow up mattress on the floor or
But what
something.
did
You know,
Dad say?
but
What Dad was
he
like-
didn't say whoop, and he walked right back out. Like, what do you say? You don't say
That's
anything.
my boy.
That's my boy. You should go a little faster.
Let's go.
You know
Let me
what
give you a
I mean?
couple of tips. First of all,
After you're done with
after
this,
you're done, we'll talk.
check in with me. You know what I mean? Like.
Ugh.
But like, don't let it make your your next time going to visit your family any weirder. Yeah. He's probably forgotten about it. You know, dads are used to having awkward moments. They invented awkward moments, really.
I mean,
know?
if you walked into like a gangbang or something,
then there's more to explain.
Then maybe it was like a little more time to talk
there's
about.
There's more to explain, and maybe just hey, can you knock? Might be just not enough.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Oh my God, yeah.
But
that's just the whole thing. The whole thing is like what we're doing. Just embracing it with laughter.
Yes.
It's a natural, normal, kind of like human kind of thing.
Yes.
It's not that serious.
It's not that serious.
Just laugh about it.
Again, be happy that it wasn't the gangbang that you were planning for next week, because then that would have been more explaining than you have to do.
Oh, by the way, we have to talk about something. Never mind, just kidding. Which reminds me, never mind, I'm kidding.
I'm always telling Alex that, like, you know, like
so
my hosting gigs have flourished, right? Like now I don't just host.
She will open a door. What is the opening of a door? What is
I would do like business openings. I would do gender reveals. I've had to do celebrations of life. You know, I officiate weddings. You know, but like now I do. Now I can just host a lot more things. So you know, I can do family fighting over someone being caught in in the open room.
You're not hosting a gangbang for anyone. Sorry.
No. How do you even host a gangbang? Is there like ways that?
Well.
Okay. Alex can give you tidbits on how to host your next gangbang if you need to.
When I have my own show, we'll talk about this stuff.
Coming soon to X. Coming soon to
spin-off.
The spin-off to the FayWhat show. FayWhat now.
FayWhat?
Now.
What again?
What?
FayWhat again?
Again. What could not be used on regular television, we put on the Alex Tikas after. Instead of the untucked, the
tucked. The untucked. No, it's instead of untucked, it's like unfurled.
Unfurled. So keep those emails coming at faywhat@happeningout.com, because we answer each and every one, no matter how freaky, no matter how.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming, because we want to hear them, okay? And there is no bad email. We want to know what's going on, and if we can help, we can help, all right? So be sure to like, subscribe, and share this FayWhat show feature, Dear FayWhat, and support our community. Alex, so what are you going to be doing this week? Anything fun at the Eagle?
Well, high season is in full throttle. Everybody's in town with their cruise ships. They're coming in from the cruise. They're leaving the cruise. There's an influx of hotties at the bar.
I love that.
It's fun.
And there's a line out the door.
There are lines out the door. It is, they have me go-go dancing this week. That's fun. I never do that, but I guess one of the go-go boys is out. So they said, come in. And so instead of bartending for one night, I'm on the box.
Ooh,
dancing on a box.
Okay. So do you like them both?
You know what? This is a good question. I like dancing on the box more because I literally just dance. Mm-hmm. They give me money, and then I leave. Okay. But when I'm bartending, there's a little more finesse, and
you have to close out,
you have to
and
open, you have to close, cashier, money, clean, bar, everything. But the other one, so it's a little easier.
Yeah.
Because at my age, no, you just want to work and smarter, not harder. So it's from a laziness factor, dancing.
Okay.
But bartending is a lot of fun,
And how big is the box? Like, can you do 2 steps to each side?
It's basically back and forth on the box. Bop, bump, 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 bump. That's good.
Okay. And from what time to what time?
10 to 2.
Okay.
But a little breaks.
So 4 hours of dancing, and then putting money in your very little.
In the jockstrap.
In your jockstrap.
Yeah. We have looks. We have looks.
So at the end of your 4-hour shift, do people want to buy your jockstrap?
Do you know something? I just sold a jockstrap.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. For $150.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, make that coin.
This is a guy that's been constantly bugging me on Instagram, and I've been ignoring it. I'm like, you know what? It's $150 and it's $20 for postage. He's like, no problem. And like he PayPal'd me, and now I have to wear it for a week, and then I just have to send it out.
And $20 shipping. Damn.
Yeah. Listen.
Damn.
Shipping and walking to the post office.
No, I love it. I love that. There you go. Okay, so if you see Alex Tikas dancing there at the Eagle and his jockstrap looks, tempting to you, like a good time, offer the money. It's going for $250 this week.
This is what my mother
Extra
came to
funk.
This is what my mother came to this country for.
Just for that.
She would be so proud of me right now.
You Greek goddess, that's what you came to this country
Thanks,
for.
Mom.
All right? Selling those jockstraps. All right? Make that coin.
Thank
all
you,
right? And I'll be at the 3D mammogram truck.
God.
What a difference, right?
on a somber
On
note.
a completely opposite side, I'll be at the 3D mammogram truck, blood donation truck, and 2 food truck event at City Hall, brought to you by Fort Lauderdale LGBTQ social meetup group and the City of Wilton Manors. They partnered to host this. The event is in the parking lot of Wilton Manors City Hall on January 18th. Join them for breakfast and lunch and donate some blood. And ladies, get your annual 3D mammogram while having a good time. Super important. You know I'm a survivor, so I'm telling you to get yours. Great food, and bring a friend, because we'll have a fabulous time January 18th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the parking lot of City Hall. Get all the information at the Fort Lauderdale LGBTQ meetup group on Facebook, or just come on by. Thank you, Alex Tikas, for joining me in bed. Papi, I will see you again next month.
Whenever you want.
I love you. Mwah. At the FayWhat Show, we want to introduce you to interesting people who are important to our LGBTQ plus community. This morning, I present to you an interview with one such influential queer trailblazer. Let's take a look. We got family in the bed today, baby, at the FayWhat Show. Jameer Baptiste is in the house, and he is the events division director at Hotspots Happening Out. But you may also know that he sits on the board of the Hollywood LGBTQ Plus Council and on the marketing committee of My Hollywood Pride. So it's the first Pride celebration in the world in 2025, and welcome to my bed, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Give me kisses. How you doing, Jameer? How you feeling? How you doing?
Busy but good. Happy to be here in bed with you.
Thank you.
Finally got to take a chill pill, relax.
Relax. Just relax in the sweat of other gay men that have been here.
Right? I'm swimming in it.
So you've been in bed with me before, and now you're back. And how was your New Year's?
Good. It was a nice experience, At the end of the year, kind of a lot of work to get through, the end of the year work and all that good stuff. But New Year's Eve was fun. I liked it. I enjoyed myself.
That's nice. Awesome. Any resolutions?
No, not really.
Just stay sexy.
Stay fit, I'm a person that doesn't do much resolutions, so I never have anything written down or expectations and stuff like that, because it's a lifestyle for me. So, I'm really working at it 24/7. So it's not like any particular time of the year I have something to, that goal-oriented type of mindset,
Yeah, well, and let me first apologize to my viewers because Jameer has so much clothes on. Let me start there, okay? Because if you see him out and about at our events, especially like when we're running around at Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival, he's running around like crazy. The day starts off with a shirt on. By the end, there's no shirt. And there is just bulkiness of yumminess walking up and down the drive,
Right. But now it's bulking season, AKA cuddling season, right?
Cuddle season, yeah.
So us gym rats, we're kind of enjoying the luxury of getting to eat whatever we want and putting on a little bit of more pounds so we could trim it all off for swim season.
For swim season, for gay days, right?
Right.
What was I going to tell you? Okay, so you get to eat whatever you want right now. What is a meal that you eat right now that you wouldn't be able to if it wasn't during cuddle season?
So this is interesting because a meal that I eat right now is a common meal that everyone else eats.
McDonald's.
On a normal basis. No, see, and I'm even less drastic than that, Just think about rice. So I'm finally allowed to have rice. Exactly. So I'm finally allowed to have rice and spaghetti and stuff like that, which normally I don't eat at all, So
I eat all of that for him. Okay, so he'll call me up and be like, yo, I'm really, really wanting to have some carbs and some spaghetti and meatballs, but I can't. Can you help me out, FayWhat? Sure I can, JB. I'll have 3 plates for you right now.
So it's like Fill it up, Faye.
Fill it up, Faye. So let's talk about the My Hollywood Pride. How long have you been with them?
Since the conception of
So
My
this
Hollywood
is year
Pride.
4. This is right. We're in year 4.
Yeah, we're in year 4.
Wow.
Right.
Wow, can you believe that, folks? If you know about My Hollywood Pride, then you know about this hat that I'm wearing. This little fedora is like famous, right? Like I've seen this fedora in Key West. I've seen this fedora in the Bahamas. I've seen people travel with it, and they got it from the very first My Hollywood Pride, and it became so popular that people keep on coming back just for the damn hats, you know what I mean? And for the wonderful time that we have, you know? So My Hollywood Pride is coming back for a 4th year. What's gonna make this year's My Hollywood Pride so special?
So what's interesting about this year that is like, we gotta love it, is that we're actually moving from downtown area to a little further east to Art Park, Young Circle.
Young Circle, yes.
So a lot more space, you know, just it's gonna have a different vibe, the same feel, family friendly, all that good stuff, but in a different zone, so of downtown Hollywood. So it's gonna be amazing, and that's one of the biggest changes that you'll see this year.
Yeah, well, and I was gonna ask you about that, because what I love about My Hollywood Pride is that one is the first of the year, so it's your first Pride of the year, right? Pride starts here, baby, which I love that, right? And also that there's a lot of freaking people, but it's still intimate. It was like it took like maybe 4 or 5 street blocks initially, and now you're moving to Hollywood's Young Circle. So I used to host this big concert for Y100 at Hollywood's Young Circle. So you have all this space, more space for vendors, more space to party, more space to play.
Right.
Like that is, you know, it's just incredible.
It's like more space than we know what to do with.
But trust me, they'll find something to fill it up with,
will.
You know?
Yes, we will.
And I love the family aspect of My Hollywood Pride. You know, the kids, something that like made like national news year 1 was when Misty Eyes read to the kids.
And she's still doing it. It's a tradition now, you know?
Yeah.
It's a tradition that we have Misty Eyes there. We can't thank her enough for being that solid individual to come and really speak to the kids. And it enlightens and gives a purpose for this whole event that we produce, where it's family, friend, and kids oriented.
Yeah,
you know?
Listen, especially with the year that we just came out of, the fact that you know who is taking office on the 20th and this is on the 26th, like we've got a lot of pressure on our hands, you know, and we need to like come together. And seeing Misty Eyes read to the kids is something that always touches my heart, right? And Misty always shares a story about this little girl like giving her a little note after she read a story to them and just saying, my wish is to be like you when I grow up. You know, and that puts tears in your eyes. That makes you, you know, the beautifulness of a child, right? Queer, straight, whatever, it don't matter. You know, they're just children in a beautiful family place.
Right.
You know?
And what's so great about My Hollywood Pride is that we're celebrating again the anticipants. The catalyst of My Hollywood Pride is the 100
years.
100 years, and not only that, but the 100 score that we got on the Equality Index. You know, and we're hitting 4 years of that 100 score on the Equality Index, and the possibility for that to happen in this current political climate that we're in. That Hollywood, through HRC, the Human Rights Campaign, has had 100 score for the past 4 years, you know, and it's amazing to be able to say that, you know, to be able to have Misty Eyes come out and read to the children, to be able to have a child look and say, I want to aspire to that in this current climate is just magical.
It really is. It really is. And the fact that, like you said, you know, like I said, that the city of Hollywood celebrating 100 years, and it's not until recently that they made it a point to raise this index number. They were like, okay, we can't continue like this. We've got a lot of gay people living in our midst. We've got to make sure that they're supported at work, home, and play. And they did what they had to do to get this index to 100, to a perfect score.
And it was really championed by the Hollywood LGBTQ plus council that is the producers of My Hollywood Pride. Without the council, there would not be 100 score in Hollywood. And what we found out, which could be universal across the board, of course, there's still states, counties, cities, and so on and and so forth that are going to be backwards because they choose to be backwards and hateful and homophobic. But what we found is that Hollywood had no clue. And there's many cities, municipalities, and communities like that that are like, yo, our laws are antiquated and we don't even realize it. If someone just comes up and speak, and that's what was the beauty of it. You know, we didn't have to challenge Hollywood to get things to change.
What a great point that is, right? Because you're thinking, right? Because I come at it automatically like, well, Hollywood didn't want us. Hollywood wasn't trying to stand up for us. It was more like Hollywood didn't know, right?
No clue. And I kind of equate it to coming out. For some of us, the fear of coming out was way more difficult than actually coming out. Now, I don't want to negate all the individuals that it is a traumatic experience and they do get backlash for it and hate from their loved ones for it. But there are some of us who have come out and the story that we played in our head was much worse than what actually happened in reality.
Very true.
And I look at that like Hollywood, you know, like you looked at all these antiquated laws, and when the council sat down and was like, what is this? Now we're going to have a battle going to the city and saying we want this change, and to realize that it was open arms and like, oh my God, we didn't realize how old and how antiquated we were, and we're willing to make the change.
And do something about it.
Right.
And do something about it.
And that's where my Hollywood pride stemmed from. It was like, yo, we worked with the city to make this great, and here we are now.
Well, and some of those people behind that you know that JB is talking about is this incredible council. It's Jeff, it's Melissa, Annabelle, Francesca, Demore. There's Tony Mendoza. There's so many people that are on that council that really made this happen, and like you said, and elevated year after year after year. Now, there's a lot of things going on right before My Hollywood Pride that encompass My Hollywood Pride as well, that we also want you to be sure, you know, that we want to make sure that you go to, like the Pride 100 brunch, right?
Yes. And the Pride 100 brunch is holds a near and dear special place in our heart, because the Pride 100 brunch, the My Hollywood Pride festival, is the celebration. The brunch is really what where we coalesce and we give kudos to those that have paved the way, Trailblazer Award that we offer, and just highlighting those individuals that really have given back. And this year, guess who it is?
Misty Alicia.
Yes, ma'am. And so we couldn't have been more grateful, like I said, for the 4 years of service that she has given to us in our community, and decades before that, but just in particular to My Hollywood Pride and what it means for us in Hollywood. We do want to honor her with that award because she means a lot to our community.
And honey, so deserving.
Right.
I mean, so when I was like, when I saw that, I was like, of course, you know. So that's Saturday, January 18th at 11 a.m. at the Greek Joint Kitchen and Bar. And like Jameer said, we're going to be spotlighting and celebrating the incredible trailblazer that is Misty Eyes. I mean, you know, she is the director of women's services over at SunServe, and that is just the peak of the beginning of what she's done. Like you said, she has helped women for years and years and years. She reads to the children. She volunteers. She has training for cops. I mean, whatever you think, she does it. You know what I mean?
Right.
When it, you know, and it's just and there's no stopping her. Oh, I'm gonna go back to school and get more degrees because I want to help more people.
Right,
you know what I mean? That is how she rolls.
Exactly. And that 100 brunch encompasses it all. It's 100% of Misty Eyes, who's given back to the community. The 100 score that we got on the Equality Index through HRC. And then you look at it with the city's centennial, you know, the 100 years that Hollywood's been around. All of that is cram-packed in a beautiful way, and you can munch on it as a brunch, you know?
I love that. Munch on it like a brunch, okay? And then we've got the Circle of Pride networking event. That's January 25th at 5 p.m. at the Sunset Club, a rooftop bar and lounge. And that's a great way for you to network with other people that love My Hollywood Pride, love to be part of community, want to meet other people that are like-minded, and that their morals and everything else align. You know, that's a great reason to go there. And then we've got Queer Comedy Saturday, January 25th, the day before the big event at 8 p.m. at Cinema Paradiso in Hollywood. And then, of course, we have the main event, My Hollywood Pride Festival, Sunday, January 26th from 1 to 7 p.m. at our new location, Arts Park at Young Circle. I'm going to be hosting also the very sexy and adorable Craig Stevens will be on stage as well. DJ Boomy coming back with the music. I love that girl. Oh, my God. Like, she's got so much spirit. Like, You know, I
Right,
love her.
right.
And who else can we expect
Oh
up
my
there?
God, the Royal Peacocks are gonna
I
be
love the
back.
Royal
Adam
Peacocks.
Anthony, love you.
Yes!
He's the best. He's the actual owner of the Royal Peacock Studios, and he's
Nice.
gonna come back with his crew. We have the Lord family.
Oh,
they're
okay.
gonna be there. You know, they're always exciting.
always
I hope
exciting.
TP's in the mix. You know, doing
Calypso,
her thing.
all of the Lord's
All of
family.
them.
They're all Coco. I love them all.
So they're coming on stage.
Love
so you
it.
know they're gonna deliver.
There's like no space after you bring all the Lord's family. There's
Right?
no space for anybody else.
They're gonna shut it down. But no, we just have a great lineup. It's gonna be amazing. And then we just enlisted, and I think they did a public announcement.
Yes,
with
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy's gonna be there.
I
And
love
you know
Naomi.
she knocks it out
She's
of the
incredible.
park.
She's
you know?
incredible.
So the list is amazing. And then again at Art Park Young Circle in Hollywood, where there is a booming stage in presence there in the park. You know, so it's all gonna be so great. We have an after party after that, and
of course,
it's gonna be good. It's gonna still be in the park. You know, we're keeping it park oriented and everything, but just the lineup of entertainment and fun that everyone's gonna get to have is gonna be a great experience.
And that finale at the end is always like kaboom, like wow, incredible.
Fireworks without the fireworks.
We bring the fireworks. We are the fireworks.
We are
and
the fireworks.
It really is a lot of fun. So let's keep it 100 with My Hollywood Pride coming up. And make sure that you look up Jameer Baptiste and you look up My Hollywood Pride as well, because they are everywhere. They're on Facebook, IG, everywhere. My Hollywood Pride, to see all of what's coming up on January 26th, and the Pride Brunch and the Comedy Showcase and the networking event as well. Right?
Yes.
All
Check
right.
them all out.
Right, that's it. Thank you so much, Jameer Baptiste, for being on the FayWhat Show. I will see you all at My Hollywood Pride. Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Yes. Now we can go. All right. My Hollywood Pride, keeping it 100, because Pride starts here. So that's it. That's the FayWhat Show. I hope that you had fun. Thank you so much to my guests today. Oh, I love them all. Alex Tikas, Jameer Baptiste, Kitty Meow, for joining me in bed. They are just such incredible humans. You know, folks, I'm really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. I gotta tell you, sometimes it's hard for us girls. But if we believe we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q plus. We open every show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ plus community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity, because it really is what makes us so damn strong. Until then, make sure you follow me on all social media outlets: Facebook, IG, Blue Sky, TikTok, YouTube. Follow FayWhat. Until next Tuesday at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm FayWhat, and I'm #ThatGirl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Stay gay. Until next Tuesday at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. FayWhat.
Rainbows, gay boys, #ThatGirl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #ThatGirl. Pride-filled tea dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too?